The state's biggest power player is also under pressure, but it's blaming the introduction of the carbon tax. Macquarie Generation expects its carbon bill to be about $500 million a year, and it's making a last-ditch plea to the federal government for compensation. State political reporter Eliza Blue reports from the Hunter Valley.
These power stations generate nearly half of the state's electricity. They also produce a lot of carbon dioxide. Macquarie Generation owns the stations and says it will be lumped with a $500 million annual tax bill when the carbon price is introduced on the 1st of July.
Well, there's not much we can do to improve the efficiency of the plant to reduce the carbon intensity of our production, so effectively we've just got to pay it.
The company plans to pass on as much of that bill as it can to consumers. The rest of the tax burden will be absorbed into annual profits and will cut the dividend the company pays its owner, the state government.
We know that, for instance, next financial year, our dividend payment from the electricity sector will fall $45 million as a result of the carbon tax.
Macquarie Generation's power stations burn black coal, which is cleaner than the brown coal used in Victoria's Latrobe Valley. The privately owned Victorian stations will receive millions of dollars in compensation in order to keep them operating. But Russell Skelton says his company also needs some help.
It seems a bit ironic from my perspective that the shareholders of some of the other businesses take less of a hit, particularly when one of those businesses, the shareholders, is the government of France.
The Climate Change Minister, Greg Combet, says it's a fair system.
A lot of work was done in assessing all of the electricity generators and the national electricity market to come up with the package that we announced.
Macquarie Generation says the carbon tax has wiped $1 billion off the value of its business, which means the state government stands to miss out on $1 billion when it sells the power stations. That follows the state government's recent deal to privatise its power assets.
What we're now doing is a scoping study to look at the best time to sell these, and we will ensure that it's not a fire sale.
The state government is searching for buyers. Eliza Blue, ABC News, Muswellbrook.